Hi everybody and welcome to the Gratitude Collab. My name is Terry Lee and I'm from Sweet Pea Papers, which is where you're at now, and I'm the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, and I've got some other stuff, and the links to all that stuff is going to be way below all the information you need for this wonderful collaboration. And you want to make sure to visit all 18 collaborators YouTube channels, because every Wednesday there's going to be 18 videos dropped in the Gratitude Collab. And this wonderful collab is hosted by Cindy A. Lewis, and Creating with Jovi. I knew that. I don't know why I had to look at the paper for that. The kit we're using, the Gratitude Kit, is available at the Creating with Jovi's Etsy shop. The link to that will be below the video. And please feel free to grab freebies. There's going to be freebies in both Cindy Lewis's Facebook group and the Creating with Jovi Facebook group, and those are called the Cindy A. Lewis Facebook group and the Creating with Jovi Journals and Crafts Facebook group. The links to those are where? Say it all at once. Below the video. And yeah, there's a new video posted every Wednesday in November, and this is video 1. This is week 1, and I believe it's the 6th, the 5th, the 6th. I don't know. I record ahead of time, so I'm not really sure what day it is ever. Okay, there's 4 prompts, one for each week. This week is the favorite thing about where I live. Okay, so let me tell you where I live. I live in Seattle, Washington, in the United States, and it's just beautiful here. And the thing I love most about living here is the nature, the outdoors, the plants and whatever. So what I did was, and I'm not sure if we're going to be able to use them, but I went outside, and here in the Northwest, almost all the trees are green. And what I mean by that are like evergreens, pines and evergreens and rhododendrons and all kinds of trees, bushes, shrubs, whatever you want to find that you look, wherever you look, they're all green, just dark green. But in my apartment complex, there is a small maple tree. So I went out and I grabbed some leaves and I sprayed them with this triple thick gloss whatever paint. And so I found a few little bitty ones. They're not the most beautiful ones in the world, but I spray painted them up. I made them nice and shiny. Yeah, shiny on both sides so that they don't deteriorate. I even have a little bitty one from our plum tree that we have out there. All the leaves look exactly like that. So we'll see if we can incorporate these leaves in to our project. I'm thinking I might know where we can use them, or at least one, but we'll see. If not, we'll try to use it somewhere in our little project. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do 4 pages, one each week. I thought that would be the easiest thing to do. So, these are the papers that I picked from the kit to work with today. This is going to be our paper, which is going to be glued on to this craft paper. I thought the craft paper was kind of, I don't know, woodsy. It's, you know, a heavier, more coarse paper. And so we're going to put this on here after we do stuff to it. And then we're going to cover this CD front and back and inside. Oops, and I didn't set out anything for the card. Well, I'll do the card off camera and then you'll see it next week. Okay, so we're going to do the front of the CD cover. And I've got the word thankful. We're going to use that on the front. I think along with one of the leaves at least. So this is going to be the front of the CD cover. So we'll put that right there. I'm shuffling papers, shuffling papers. I'm going to try to not make this too long. We don't need that right now. Oh, and I inked everything. I inked this in gathered twigs. I haven't inked this because I haven't cut it yet. And if I'd be quiet, I could cut it, huh? Okay, now, when you look at the page, it opens this way. All right, so you want the CD to be glued on the left side of the paper so that the opening for the card is on the side that opens. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. And I think if I remember right, I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but the name of the kit I think is Gratitude. The Gratitude Kit. That makes sense. So there's 18 videos today. Please make sure to go visit as many of them as you can. There's going to be a week between, so you know you'll have time to get to all of them. So make sure to visit as many as you can and watch as many videos as you can. My paper trimmer's off camera. It's a pretty big one, so I don't pick it up and bring it to the table. It is the other end of the table. Okay. Because it's just the right thing to do to visit everybody's videos. And give them a thumbs up and leave a little comment too. That would be great. All right, so I'm going to take a 3-inch circle die. You guys are going to love this. Oops. Now, I'm going to get out my Big Shot, but I'm also not going to put that under the camera either because it slides my glass work surface. So, you're going to see maybe the handle, and you're going to hear it, and you're going to watch it jiggle the camera like crazy, and maybe a couple of thuds. That's just me knocking my henchmen out. No, I'm kidding. I don't have any henchmen. I have a hench dog. And his name is Oz. I don't know if any of you have ever watched my videos before, but the big OZ, Oz, makes an appearance every now and again in the videos, barking, as dogs do. He's a little guy. He's a Chiweenie, which means he's half Chihuahua and half weenie dog, or Dachshund. And yeah, he likes to let it be known that he's around every once in a while when he thinks he sees something out the door, you know, when the curtains are closed. So that's always fun. Or when he sneaks in and tries to grab a piece of paper off the floor and run away with it and eat it. Oh, I didn't mention there was some ephemera that comes with the kit. Now I want to show you this. Wait a minute. All the words are supposed to be over there. The circles are there. Any of you have watched me before, you know what this is. Terry's OCD kicking in. All right, so these little guys right here are full size, the way they came in the kit. This little guy is 75% the size of that one. I know that doesn't seem possible. It seems like he should be less. but I put in 75% and that's what I got out. So you can do that with your printing software. I didn't edit her digitals or whatever. They never do that. That's bad, bad, bad. All I did was on my printer settings, I reduced it down, and so I came out with these little guys. And then I had to trace around them and put them in my scanning cut to cut them out, because I have a bum wing and I can't really do fussy cuts anymore right now. So I let my machine do it. Whatever the machine can't cut out doesn't get used. So this will make a card as well. So we want to ink this. I should have inked the outside of this before I cut the hole in the center. And then we're going to cut a hole in the side of the CD cover before we glue this paper down and double check the size. Make sure, because you can always cut the pocket in a little bit more if you need to. I'm going to do the inside of the circle. Yeah, these generic CD covers from Amazon are not the straightest creatures in the world. They're not even squares either. Let's see how well I did with that. I cut it crooked to see if I could make it straight. Well, it looks a lot better than it did. Okay. I use Fabri-Tac glue on everything. My sleeve up out of there before I end up with glue on it. It's a new sweatshirt. No, I had another new sweatshirt, a green one. It had a picture of or an outline drawn of a weenie dog on it. And I brushed it through and got glue on the sleeve, and I was like, oh man, I got to get that off. And then I realized Fabri-Tac is fabric glue. I mean, that's what it's made for. It's not going to come off. Wasn't as bad as I thought, though. It was just a very thin, you know, like I just grazed it. Okay. So we've got the hole cut. I cut the end off. And this is our paper. This goes inside the CD to cover up this white. You could leave it white if you wanted to, except for these particular CD covers, this package that I got. They have a hole right here, and you can see it from the front. So, we need to cover it. This is just some fake parchment paper that I happen to have, that I had ordered a pack of, thinking it was a little bit thicker than it was. Then you want to look on the back side. You don't want your paper to be longer than where this fold is. Otherwise, you won't be able to fold it. This is the same on both sides. So we're just going to slide it in there. You can see it right there. You just want to make sure it doesn't stick out. Then you're going to hold it open like this. And here's the back of the CD cover that has the slot in it in the back. And this is the back of the paper. We're going to glue this end to this here. We're just gonna put some ink or glue along here. And this is really thin paper, so you don't really need a lot of glue. Okay, that's that. Now we need a magnet. I'm going to put a magnet on the back. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to re-ink that after I cut it. But we're going to put a magnet on the back and a magnet on the back of the paper, and that will hold the CD cover shut. Now look what I just did. I just did what I told you guys not to do. I wasn't paying attention and I pushed it too far in. I'm glad I caught that. Okay, so now this is going to be the back of the CD cover, so that we have some writing space on the back. Let's see, this is the top. So let's put it to where the leaves are coming down from the top. This looks like they're falling down onto here. But there's nowhere to write if we do it that way, is there? We need to do it this way. Oz, it's not time yet. He's whining because he thinks it's LUNCH time. And I'm going to leave a little border around the edge, so I cut that just a little bit shorter than what I needed, and this a little bit narrower. what's been raining here for 3 days. Poor Oz doesn't want to go outside. I mean, he has to, but he doesn't want to. Comes back in looking all sad. Now, you may notice, and maybe you won't notice it or whatever, but I don't glue the entire back of the paper. So I'm just kind of living life crazy. But I do put some in the corners so I can move it around, because Fabri-Tac gives you a little bit before it dries that you can still kind of move your paper around a little bit. So if you put that little cushion of glue on the corners, which is equal to, you know, putting it all over as far as the amount of glue you're using, then I'm trying to make sure that this is closed, but I don't think it's going to, so I'm just going to go ahead and move it over. And then I'll just glue it shut so that one end is open and the other end is shut, not both ends open like a tube. So now we're going to actually glue the paper that we just glued down. We're going to glue it to here. Kind of went in too far with the glue. Okay, this is our paper, and here's some more nature. Here's my scarf that I put on when I go out in the fall. And I think we'll put it right in the middle. So let's just glue this on. Yeah, and we'll glue that on. Let's put our magnet on the back to hold our CD cover shut. There he goes. Right on cue. Oz. Okay. So we got that. We're going to put a card in there. What I was thinking was, since we have the falling leaves behind, I'm gonna put this here. Maybe this, maybe this little gold one. Cut the stem off, maybe. So I don't want to totally cover up what we're going to put in the inside there, which I have absolutely no idea. I don't think I have any tags that would fill it up. No, I'm going to have to make it out of another image or something. Yeah, we could put the leaf in there like it's a specimen slide. And then put a couple on the outside. Like an optical illusion. Now this isn't going to be a book. This is just 4 pages. You know what I mean? It could be in a book, or I think we could do that. And it would pick up the 2 colors in the word thankful. Now I did spray these with spray paint, so they are a little bit stiffer, but they're still delicate. You know, I mean, I can't go mashing them around all over and expect them to not get damaged. What I'm doing now is I'm just making a piece of cardboard to glue underneath here to help raise this up off the, to make it, you know, being so flat. Yeah, they're glued together. We'll glue it on the back. The backs of these, all these papers, I had a set of papers that I had purchased a long time ago, and they're just neutrals, and I use them in, you know, when I need just a blank neutral color for my kit page backs. Okay. So there's a little bit of Seattle right there. Right there. Okay, now in here, which I probably should have waited and done that last. In here, we're going to leave this a writing space. Over here, we're going to put a pocket. I wonder if we should just use, that's too much. That's not enough. That makes my eyes hurt. Let's use acetate. Okay, acetate, it's just clear plastic, obviously. And I use overhead projector film. It's a little bit thicker than just the type of acetate that you can buy that is about the thickness of what you would find in the envelope window, which is way too thin to work with. This is 0.7 mil or 7 mil. I'm not sure exactly. You'll know it when you see it. Let's see. I might as well just put this across the bottom. I'll cut that little bit of a thing off. Yeah, that's fine. It's a pretty good sized page. Okay. So we're just going to glue 3 sides, obviously, since it's a pocket. Switch fingers where you don't want to glue. Now, Fabri-Tac on acetate. I missed that corner big time. Will flatten right out and blend right in. And you won't even really see it. The only thing it doesn't work with is black paper. It shows up very, very loudly on black paper. But on most other papers, you can just kind of mush it out. And there it is. So then we just need to put some of these cards. Maybe that one. Maybe one of the brighter ones. Should I do just 2? This one, my scanning cut made a mistake on it, so I cut it shorter. Wow, that was a really bad ink job. And you'll notice I have little ones and bigger ones of these, so I shrunk them down. For a minute there, I thought I had an optical illusion going. Another one. Now, normally I would ink the backs too, but I didn't want to bore you with your time with me inking. We'll stick those 2 in there. And we've got our scarf and our leaves going on. And I think yeah, I'm going to use those for something different. Oh, he's on a branch. You're going to have to be sitting on a stick on the ground. Yeah, he'll show up pretty well. Let me get the lead out. I had to trace around him because he was so light colored. The scan and cut wouldn't see the edges of him, and it wouldn't cut him out. So I had to trace around him. And this is one of the smaller ones. I think I want to do that. I think all the laces I have left, the coffee dyed laces, are... Oh, this one will work. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm not really liking it. I'm not feeling it. So I wanted to leave the writing space. That may still be too big. There we go. Perfecto. We don't want to do too much to raise it up past the magnet. So the magnet will still stick. So let's try it out. Yeah, that should be fine. All right, let's... It just needs something and I don't know what. I mean, because the lace is just going to look... Oh, it's not near as thick as I thought it was. What if I put it up here? Okay, I'm liking that better. I just didn't want to leave little Henry the Hedgehog hanging out there by himself. I just needed something. A little something. I need some glue up the top too. Okay, well, I'm sorry that I didn't have anything set aside to put in there. Sorry about that. That was my alarm to take my medicine, and FEED, the big OZ. So, so just pretend like I put a card in there, and I will have one for us next time. And so that's going to be it for this video. We have our little door that flips open. Yeah, see, that still works really well. And then we're going to take it and glue it on our book. But I'm wondering if I want to do that because we're going to be working with all the other stuff with these leaves on there and laying them flat. You know what I'm saying, while we're working on it. So let's just let's just mark this 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we'll just write page 1 on here. And then we'll set it to the side to protect the leaves. And then we'll come back and glue it on. And you'll see how we do it when I glue it on. After we do pages 2, 3, and 4, we'll glue this one back on last. Okay? Alright, well that's it for this video. And I will see you guys in the next video. And that will be next Wednesday. Don't forget, next Wednesday there's going to be another 18 videos coming your way. And to be sure to watch all of those, the links are going to be below the video here in the description box. You're going to also have freebies to go get, so make sure that you go over to Cindy A. Lewis's Facebook group and Creating with Jovi's Journals and Crafts Facebook group to pick up those. The links are going to be below. And as usual, have a wonderful day, and I will see you next Wednesday. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.